$9 a week. What's this guy do for a living?
Twitch stream. Yeah.
Oh, very lucrative.
It can be.
Twitch sucks, huh? How do you guys not get kicked off Twitch? I've heard they're the most PC in the world.
I haven't streamed in like 3 months.
Yeah. So this isn't on Twitch, and I have been kicked off Twitch.
There we go.
Yeah, I got
I've only streamed like a dozen times ever. Haven't been banned yet, even though a lot of the times people say that doing voices that can be perceived as offensive is against terms of service. I doubt it.
I do not understand why they say this.
Why are you to be telling me not to say these things? It is in my culture not to respect women. You tell me. No, I shouldn't say that. I will get kicked off Twitch.
I love this character.
That stupid shit where like they're a cross-platform banner. So if like you say something that crosses their path on YouTube, you know, if Danny was a Twitch streamer and someone was like, hey, this video is offensive, Twitch would like give you a strike or give you a temporary suspension because of something you did on YouTube, which is like
same with Patreon, stupid. Right? Patreon's scary. You guys probably feel that same thing. The Sargon of Akkad, something he said on a podcast or an interview was grounds to get him banned. Patreon's my biggest source of income. And after this
went too far.
You think that guy regrets his name, like starting it, where he's like, now he's got to be like, yes, I'm Sargon of Akkad. Because he's got like a fucking, Mickey Mouse from Fantasia wizard hat on, is what it sounds like.
It's the arrogance of picking a stage name to be a YouTube personality. I get why Slash and why Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold did it. They were on a bunch of coke. But when you're a media personality on YouTube, there's no excuse.
Good point, Taylor. Why did you do it?
Is a real guy. Like, he's a real dude. He was like a king of Assyria or something like thousands and thousands of years ago. And until this YouTuber co-opted his name, if you would Google him, you'd be like, wow, this guy did a lot of great things in the Fertile Crescent in Mesopotamia and Babylon. And now you try and find out who it is, and some fat guy from the UK pops up.
Yeah.
That's like someone like 100 years from now being like, hey, it's your boy, Georgie Washington. And it's like, you try and find him. And, our poor founding fathers drowned out by some fucking retard with a bunch of different colored teeth.
It's a great way to tarnish a historical legacy. It's kind of beautiful, actually.
It is.
You can't be too ambitious, though, right? Like, George Washington would be hard to drown out. You could be Stonewall Jackson, maybe. Like, aim lower.
Yeah. You're watching another Adolf moment.
What did Stonewall Jackson do? Stood in front of fire. Bad military tactic. I know. If I play Tarkov, I know that sucks.
He was a great military general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume.
Who in the face of fire stood still like a stone
wall?
That's how I play Tarkov, and I died of scabs.
They held their ground.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Hold! Fire doesn't notice movement. Yeah. Only notices movement. Fuck.
Woody and I have been playing a little bit of Tarkov and having a good old time.
Kyle gave me a crate of weapons. I'm still grateful. I try not to be a drain on society. But I'm not doing, and I haven't met any goals yet in that regard. I do my best.
I'm super rich in the game. It's not a big deal.
I haven't killed a friend yet, right? Like, if these people are going to gift me goods and services, the least I can do is not shoot them in the back. So I take it really seriously. Some of my deaths come from like, all right, I got a guy in front of me. All right, he looks angry. Is anyone looking at me right now? and I don't live through the whole interview process.
Yeah. I'm super rich in the game, so I don't mind. Like people helped me out when I first started too. They give me stuff. So like that's kind of what we do with everybody, because it's such a hard game to get into.
Super
that, like
hard.
Anybody who's just like starting out, we're like, hey, it can be kind of rough. Have some of this and some of that and a few of these things.
The game does no hand holding, none, no hand holding. There's no map. There's no you don't know where to get out. So. You'll spawn on one side of the map, and typically that means the exit's on the other side. When you make it to the exit, there's no visual implication that there's an exit there. You just wander until it lets you know that you found it. Yep. If there's loot on the ground to pick up, you could stand 6 inches from it and not find it. It's tricky to see. And then, of course, the gunfights. In COD, for example, I would say even before, a level 1 player has a decent shot, right? That's like starting class in COD 4 with the MP5. It's competitive. Once you hit level 5, the MP5 is open, throw on stopping power. You're good to go. You've got everything but dead silence. In this game, it's not like that. 80 hours, 100 hours into the game, you're a pussy. You cannot handle the big swinging dicks who come around this game. If you see them, lay down in the grass like the rat you are and don't move a muscle. Hope they walk by. It's the swinging dicks in this game can win gunfights all the time. And part of it is talent, like knowing where to shoot, and different guns have different strengths and weaknesses. And part of it is just, like I have a Mosin, which is a bolt action gun. It hits really hard. I have gone up against geared players where I know I hit them 3 times in the thorax ineffectively, and I still lose the gunfight. Yeah, they're like, oh, were you shooting me here? Yeah, I'll punish you for that. And I'm done.
It's a great fucking game. I love that. We all started out with Call of Duty. Yeah, it's addictive. Because Call of Duty is immediately, like you said, it's like, hey, you're good enough. You've been playing for an hour, you're good enough. You can play with everybody else. You won't notice any huge difference. Like, hey, you want your gun a different color. You want your character to look silly. Well, give us 50 hours of your time and we'll make that happen. This game is like, oh, do you want to win? Shit. You got a few days? Because that ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna need a few weeks. It's like grind, and then the best part is like all that stuff you ground for, you just lose it, like, and it's gone.
You're gonna lose it too. How many games do you think you're gonna play without dying? And then it's gone. If your shit is half decent, then the other player will want it and he'll take it off your dead body, and then you don't get it back. It's so punishing. And like I'll play with Kyle or Larry, and I'm not as experienced or as good as them. So I call it like cosplaying as Larry. And but it doesn't give me the same talent. And it's like, oh man, I like that gun so much, I'll never see it again.
Yeah.
It goes like that.
You'll get there. Like you played enough and you learn the maps, you learn like the flow of traffic and stuff like that. Like you and I had a very good round last night before I got sleepy.
Reserve.
Yeah, we got all those people's shit. Like I don't know how many people I fucking killed, but we got all the shit.
More than me. I got that raider. He was coming at me. I'm like, I'm at the spot where you have to leave, but I didn't realize that I was going to have to hold it down for 6 minutes. I got there too early. And these ultra-powered AI called raiders are coming after me. And I'm like, Kyle, is that you? He's like, no, I'm not moving. I'm on a rooftop looting. Fuck. He's like, yeah, if you see anything, kill it. I'll try. And it was.
It's a good game for all the reasons you just listed. No hand holding, super hardcore, very low lows, very high highs. I really enjoy it. So if you guys are listening to this right now, like Woody's been streaming a little bit, and Larry the Strong streams a little bit.
Streams all the time.
Quite a bit.
He's a very good player.
So you could watch some of our adventures. We're probably gonna be playing. Like if you're watching this on Saturday, or we're probably gonna be playing Saturday evening.
Dude,
sometime I will be.
I've got people on Discord, and it tells you when they're playing games. They're always playing. Everyone is addicted to this thing.
Yeah.
Think twice. It's the heroin of video games. Don't enter this lightly.
Yeah. Hopefully they get your account sorted out sooner rather than later.
Yes. Yeah. Battle State Games. If you somehow see this, fix my darn account. It's been 6 days now.
We convinced Woody to upgrade from the $45 Tarkov experience to like the $140 Tarkov experience.
Yeah.
But he didn't get all of his content, and he didn't get like the most important bit of content, which is like when you go into the game, you have this thing called a container, which is like imagine it as like your prison stash, your butthole, and anything you find while you're playing, you can put up your butthole, and you can get bigger buttholes as you upgrade your way through the game. And the bigger your butthole, the more things you can put in there. When you die, you don't lose those things. Everything else you lose: your gun, your armor, your backpack, your helmet. But your butthole stash, that's still even after you die, you keep it. Well, he bought a bigger butthole, and they didn't give him his big butthole, so now he's still got this little tight sphincter.
So in gameplay
I didn't know what you were
terms,
talking about.
In gameplay terms, like you might find something that's worth a lot, like a $250,000 key card or something. You can stuff it in that container and keep it if you die. Me, if I die, I get completely wiped out every time.
Okay. And I thought you got banned for using racial epithets or something. I thought that's what you were referring to when you said that's on its way too. When you were saying whatever game company contacted me, I thought you'd been banned for slurs.
No, I'm just calling them out because they're not doing their job. $100 is a lot to not get what you paid for.
Oh yeah, that's complete bullshit. Yeah, I get that.
That's an odd glitch that you got. I don't know anybody else who's had that experience. Hopefully, hopefully they get it taken care of sooner rather than later. That'd be great. Let me do another ad read.
Okay.
I'm a little worried somebody got Taylor.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.